Hey everyone, I'm here with Eduardo Gomez, known around these parts as Evil Eye Eddie. Um, we've got a pretty exciting deck profile today to hear about, and I'll let Eddie tell you all about it. Go ahead, Eddie.
Yeah, cool. So my name's Eddie. I play Evil Eye. It's my pet deck. I've been playing it for a year now. And I made day two at the WCQ, 7-2 for day one. After day two, I ended 8 wins, 3 losses, and a tie. So I didn't quite make it, but I still think I had a really good run. And yeah, I'm really excited to show people the deck. It's a really fun deck, and I think it's a really good deck too.
Awesome. All right, Eddie, why don't you show us what you have for the main deck first?
Awesome. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump right in. Go with the starters. Surzeal is your main guy. Searches any of the Evil Eye cards on normal summon. While it's equipped, it can destroy a special summon monster as a quick effect. So he's your starter, and he's also like an end piece for your board. The best starter in your deck over here is Evil Eye's Unleashed. This one sends 2 for cost to search for an equip. So that can get your whole engine going. And then to round off the starters, there's a field spell, which is a Rhoda, searches any of the Evil Eye monsters, and terraforming. And that's on activation. There's one more engine starter, which is Evil Eye Basilius. It's the weakest starter in the deck, that's why it's a one of, but it can send one from deck to grave, and that can get your play started. It's just that it's not Surzeal, so you don't get the extra interruption from Surzeal. I'll put it here because it's an extender. So the other extenders we have is Evil Eye's Catoblepis, another one of, so while it's in the graveyard, you can summon this one from the grave if you control one. This one, if you control one, you can summon it from the hand. So this is how you get a little bit of your rank 3 plays going. And then the best extender is Evil Eye's Basiltris. So this one's a quick effect, and it can summon itself from the hand or the grave, so it's a lot more flexible. And then it also has another effect to link summon during your opponent's turn, and you can use equips as link material. So this card adds a lot to the deck. It lets you make rank 3s, and then it gives you a link play for the following turn. I'll get into the equips. There's 2. Gorgoneo. Gorgoneo, while it's in the graveyard, you banish it. You discard a name, and you get to search any of the Evil Eye spells and traps. And then while it's equipped, the monster gains attack equal to the difference in life points, which is really important because you're going to be burning a lot. So this is going to help you like catch up on all the burn that you did. And then there's one, Selene. Selene is what makes your Surzeal a towers. And this is what gives it synergy with other cards I'm playing in the main deck. Every time Surzeal uses its effect or you activate an Evil Eye spell or trap, the monster gains 500 attack and you burn 500 life points. So if you have both of them, it's going to be gaining 1,000 attack every time that you burn. So Surzeal gets really huge, really fast. There's a couple more one-ofs. So this is the Monster Reborn. It special summons an Evil Eye from the hand or grave. If there's an equip on the field, though, it can also summon one from the deck. So this is a really good extender, just utility, just to push through stuff. And then the last one up for the Evil Eye engine is Retribution. This one is a spell trap negate, and it's super searchable. So usually on top of your board, having a negation for any of those board breakers or just any power spells is really good. Additionally, I was playing the Fiendsmith engine in the deck. So I was doing it a lot differently than how everyone else is doing it right now. I just used it as just a straight rank 6 engine, and I also was able to abuse Necroquip a lot too. So I was just playing 3 Engraver and 3 Sanct. So I'm not playing Tractus, and I'm not playing Lurie. I'm just playing these straight 6 cards. With Beatrice, it counts as a starter, and it also counts as an extender. And then you also have access to Caesar. This is like really important because this deck is kind of turbos out Zeus a lot, and you have other extra deck cards that synergize with Caesar already. So this was all I needed, 6 cards that you're either extenders or starters, so not really any bricks in the engine. And then I'll talk more about it when I go over the extra deck too. And then last bit of utility was 3 Pot of Prosperity. So with all the Evil Eye starters and then the Fiendsmith cards as starters and Prosperity, you have a lot of starters to get the engine going. Really, really consistent. I hardly ever like have a dead hand. And then for the hand traps, the non-engine, I'm just playing super generically 3 Ash, 3 Valor, and 3 Imperm. these were the best hand traps I thought. Nibiru and Droll for me weren't lining up like enough, so these were just the ones that I stuck with and the ones I decided to play.
And how'd you like that choice over other higher impact hand traps?
This was all I needed. Honestly, it felt really good. Maybe I was missing like a Mourner or something, but not Nibiru. At least not in the main. And Droll, I just was not lining up for me enough. A couple more non-engine spots. I was main decking 3 droplets. The deck has a lot of synergy with using stuff in the grave. So droplets is really helpful for that. And then you also get the field spells. So a lot of times you can droplets for free. So yeah, droplets really good. And then the best cards in the deck that was 3 skill drain and a rivalry. These were in the main deck. And a lot of synergy because Surzeal, even though it's negated, you can still activate its effect, which triggers Selene to boost it by 1,000 attack every turn. So your towers is getting stronger, bigger and bigger every turn, even under skill drain. And then rivalry, everything's fiend. Everything's fiend, including the supporting engine. So it really works really well. And that's the main deck.
Some solid power cards. Let's hop over to the extra deck then.
Yeah, for sure. Cool, so I'll jump right into the extra deck, and I'm just going to start with the Fiendsmith engine. So I'm just playing 1 Requiem, 1 Necroequip, 1 Beatrice, and 1 Caesar. So I'm just playing the 4 cards. I'm not doing any of the links or any of the fusions. I'm just using it as a support engine for this, and mainly to make the rank 6s. Yeah, so Beatrice can get your engine started. Necroequip usually gets you a draw 1 if you open up your Evil Eye engine, so it replaces itself. And Caesar can turn into a double Mat Zeus, which I'll show right now too. I have the Evil Eye cards, which I'm playing 1 of the Gorgon Empress and 1 Zerziel. Empress, while she's equipped, she can negate an effect monster, and then Zerziel, while it's equipped, can destroy any card on the field. So these are links that you can make during your opponent's turn with the Vassal Trace effect. And you can set up a negate, or you can set up to destroy any card on the field. And a lot of the times when you go for your link play, the opponents have absolutely they don't know where you're going. So the fact that it can go for a negate or a pop is really good. And then I'm going to jump into the rank 3, the toolbox. So I have Breaksword, Cicada King, and Stone King. So Stone King is mainly a bridge. Cicada King, it can detach 1 when your opponent activates a monster effect. You target that monster and you negate it. You negate the whole effect for the whole turn. So this is really good in this format, specifically for things like Ash or Diabellstar. Breaksword is just generic removal, and it has extra synergy because when your field spell is destroyed, it gets to add back an Evil Eye from the grave. So you'll pop your field spell and you get to replace it. So the bridge for Stone King is Machinex, which is going to be the same way that you get Caesar into a double Mat Zeus too, is you get to do this. Sanctus, it cuts you off from attacking directly except with fiends. So this way is this is how you still get to a double Mat Zeus even after resolving the Sanctus. There's another bridge too with Cicada King. So the Cicada King is useful going first, but it's also useful going second because you can go into Digital Bud Corbage. This is extra removal. You detach 1 and you target a defense monster on the field and you shuffle it back into the deck. That's really good for things like Flameburge so that it doesn't trigger again, or just anything that you don't want to go to the grave or leave the field. And then on top of that, you have the full armor Dark Knight Lancer. This card has a lot of synergy with this deck because it says anytime you equip a monster with an equip card, you have to attach a monster your opponent controls to it as material, and it doesn't target. You attach on your turn when you're breaking boards, but you also attach or you also equip on your monsters during your opponent's turn. So you can use it as like an interruption, or you can use it to break boards. And the same as like Corbage, it doesn't make the monster go to the graveyard, so it doesn't trigger a lot of things. And a cool thing with Dark Knight 2 is that it can be made over the other XYZs as well. So it has extra synergy depending on like what the board is. You can just slap a Dark Knight Lancer on top of it, and then you have an extra interaction. That was the toolbox. And then I have some other just generic stuff is one SP, one Typhon. And then, of course, you have to play Zeus to round off. It's an XYZ toolbox deck, so Zeus is really easily made. I have a few different lines for double mat Zeus, which is really high impact. Yeah, that's the extra deck.
All right.
Cool. Now, so for the side deck, I'm playing 2 Phantasme. This card is super good right now, and I didn't have Molcharmy, so Phantasme was kind of the next best thing.
But you Molcharmy.
Yeah, I did not have him, but it's okay. Phantasme came in clutch and did help me win at least one match. I'm also playing 2 Pankratops, not playing Cosmic. I prefer to have like Pankratops a little more generic and kind of like well-rounded. And then I am playing triple Nib. So Nib is just good when you see it with something else. So I don't like to main it because I wasn't playing enough hand traps. So if you play on top of everything, you have higher odds of seeing it with another hand trap. Then I'm playing a power spell package, Thrust, Talents, and Change of Heart. These cards were so good. I was thinking maybe I should have played like Mind Control or Snatch Steal because those cards were just really high impact against the Snake Eye board. But Thrust is really good too because you can get your engine going. You can get Prosperity, Terraforming, or Unleashed. So Thrust is really, really good for the Evil Eye deck. And then just 3 Solemn Judgment for when you go first. Just for extra insurance policy.
Nice. All right, Eddie. So I have probably the biggest question for all the viewers, which is what does Evil Eye actually do? And if you can tell us, like, how does it win? These are things I'm pretty curious about.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna run through like real quick 1-card combo just to show like how the deck kind of functions. These are the main 3 starters. So if you see any of these, you have like a 1-card combo that can generate a lot of advantage, a lot of interruption. Unleash is gonna be the best one though because it sends 2 for cost. The field spell is gonna get Surzeal and Surzeal is gonna get Unleashed. So these 2 have a lot more choke points, but Unleashed just kind of plays through a lot more because it sends for cost. But yeah, I'll just jump right in. Unleashed, when it's activated, you send 2 for cost. So you send Gorgon and Basiltrice. This is in a vacuum. If it unleashes your only card in hand, this is how you're getting the play going. And then it gets to search your Selene. You then go Gorgon. You banish it as cost. You discard the Selene as cost. And then you get to the field spell. When the field spell is activated, you get to Surzeal. And then when Surzeal's normal summoned, you get to search out Basilius. Basilius, if you control one, you can special summon it from your hand. Basiltrice from the grave can summon it from the grave. Selene, while it's in the graveyard, you pay 1,000. You banish another Evil Eye spell or trap, and you set itself face down on the field. So from this point, you have to go use Basilius' effect on the field. Has once per turn, you send an Evil Eye spell or trap from deck to grave. So you activate its effect and you send another copy of Unleashed. This is important because Basiltrice is going to set you up for link plays on the following turn. And Unleashed, when you link summon an Evil Eye link monster, you can equip that monster with an equip from grave. So you then go into your XYZ, your rank 3 of choice. My favorite one is Cicada King. It's a negate, an imperm. And then you equip Surzeal with Selene. So you have a Towers. You have a quick play to destroy a card. You have a negate. And you also have, when Basiltrice goes to graveyard, you have another link play, which is another negate or another pop. So you generate all of that with 1 card, and you have 4 other cards left in hand. So usually you're sitting around 6 or 7 interruptions for the turn, which is just usually too much for the opponents to push through, especially when they have no idea what any of the cards do to begin with.
So you're saying it would win just by making these like 1-for-1 trades with your engine plus all the non-engine that you're able to pack into this deck?
Exactly. You play a lot of 1-for-1 trades, and then we all are playing some blowout cards on top of it. So there's just a lot of hands that you see that trade really well with the current meta. Like Cicada King is just so good with like trading against cards like Ash or Diabellstar, especially Diabellstar because they have 6 cards. They go Diabellstar, get rid of 1. and your Cicada King gets to negate it, and you used one card to generate all this, and they had to use a lot, you know? Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Eddie.
Cool.
All right, Eddie, thank you for sharing this deck profile with us. I'm sure I can speak for many people to say it's really, really interesting. I obviously have no idea what the Evil Eye cards do. I just wanted to ask if you had any final thoughts on the tournament, the Evil Eye deck, and how it performed overall, or any acknowledgements you want to throw out at the end of this deck profile.
Yeah, I just wanted to shout out my team, Team Midnight, all my testing partners that helped me, because most people don't want to play test with Evil Eye, but I got to get a lot of meta testing for the tournament, so that really helped me out. And yeah, the deck did really good to me. People either hated me or loved me afterwards, so it was definitely an experience playing the whole event like that. But ultimately, it was really fun, and I think moving forward, I'm going to keep trying to play it, and I'm going to keep trying to push for an actual top in the upcoming season.
Awesome. All the best of luck to you then, Eddie. Thanks, and sign out.
Thanks.